Oh man, have you heard the latest buzz about Jake Paul and Mike Tyson? Rumor has it that Jake Paul actually broke down in tears while trying to apologize to Tyson. Can you believe that? It's said that Jake was really emotional and sincere, but Mike Tyson wasn't having any of it. Apparently, Tyson told Jake that it was too late for apologies. Crazy, right? Imagine the scene. Jake, usually so confident and brash, getting all teary-eyed trying to make things right, and Tyson, the legendary heavyweight, just standing there, unmoved. It's like something out of a movie. This whole thing is all over the place, but who knows what's true? It just adds to the drama around these two. What do you think about it? So if the rumors are true, seeing him in such a vulnerable state is a total 180. And Mike Tyson, being the legend he is, probably has no time for any drama or fake apologies. People are saying that Tyson's reaction was cold, but understandable. I mean, he's been through so much in his career and life, so maybe he just doesn't have patience for what he might see as insincerity. Plus, if there was any bad blood between them, it's not surprising that an apology wouldn't be enough to smooth things over instantly. It's one of those stories that you just can't help but get caught up in. Even if it's just a rumor, whether you're a fan of Jake Paul, Mike Tyson, or just love a good piece of gossip, it's hard not to have an opinion on this one. So what's your take? Think Jake was genuinely trying to make amends, or was it just a PR stunt gone wrong? Totally. And you know what? Despite all the drama, it's rumored that Jake Paul really respects Mike Tyson. Like, behind all the trash talk and the showmanship, Jake apparently looks up to Tyson as a legend in the boxing world. I mean, who wouldn't? Tyson's career is iconic. Maybe Jake's apology, if the rumors are true, was his way of showing that respect. It's like he realized that he had crossed a line with someone he actually admires a lot, even if Tyson wasn't ready to accept the apology. It's kind of cool to think that Jake is big enough to try to make things right. It shows a different side of him, one that's willing to acknowledge when he's messed up, especially with someone he looks up to. What do you think? Does this change how you see Jake Paul a bit?
You started me off. I appreciate that, Mike. I love you. I love you. Like a father loves his son, but I must discipline you. You're going down, old man.
Okay, I love you too.
So rumor has it that even though Jake Paul tried to apologize and show respect, Mike Tyson wasn't having it at all. Word on the street is that Tyson told Jake it was too late for apologies and that he's planning to finish him off in the ring. Can you imagine? Tyson, the legend himself, gearing up to take on Jake Paul? It sounds like he's not just going to let things slide and wants to settle it where it counts, in the boxing ring. This whole thing just makes the potential fight even more intense. If Tyson really follows through, it's going to be a clash like no other. The young upstart versus the seasoned champ. It's hard not to get hyped thinking about it. What do you think? Do you reckon Jake stands a chance? Or is Tyson going to show him what real boxing is all about?
Day 4, it was okay, but you don't know what you got in store, baby. You got to face the God of War. And get ready, baby. Fire in the house.
Absolutely, if these rumors are true, Mike Tyson is set on finishing Jake Paul. And let's be honest, with Tyson's track record, it's hard to bet against him. Tyson's power and experience in the ring are legendary. He's known for his knockout punches and relentless style. Jake Paul might have been successful against other fighters, but Tyson is a whole different level. People are saying that Tyson is determined to teach Jake a lesson, and if that's the case, it could be a tough night for Jake. Imagine the atmosphere though, the buildup, the anticipation, and then Tyson just going all out to finish Jake. It's like something out of a blockbuster movie. Do you think Jake has any tricks up his sleeve, or is this going to be a one-sided showdown? Jake Paul, on the other hand, is known for his confidence and his ability to surprise people. He's trained hard and has taken on some tough opponents. But Tyson is in a league of his own. If Jake wants any chance of surviving, let alone winning, he's going to need to bring something truly special to the ring. Imagine the hype leading up to the fight. Training montages, trash talk, and the whole world watching to see if Jake can back up his bravado against a true boxing legend. And if Tyson is as determined as the rumors say, Jake will have to dig deeper than ever before. What do you think Jake's strategy should be? Should he go all out from the start? or try to play it smart and avoid Tyson's legendary power?
But I love Mike. I'm super respectful. It's an honor to be in the ring with him, but I have to end him.
Like you said, you got to end Mike?
Yeah, I got him.
You got to?
It's war, bro. All is fair in love and war. I love the guy, but as soon as it turned into a pro fight, one of us has to die.
All the stuff that he said about you, he was the most complimentary person of you and everything that you did.
Yeah.
And now you guys are turning on each other like this.
No, I mean, I think all that still stands. He's a legend. Like I said, I love the guy. But at the end of the day, it's war, and sometimes you just have to go to war and put it all on the line, but I still have the utmost respect for him, and I think he can say the same about me and what I've done for the sport.
Even Teddy Atlas has weighed in on the rumored Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul fight. You know, when someone like Atlas, with his deep boxing knowledge and experience, gives his take, it's worth listening to.
The first couple of rounds are going to be dangerous for Paul. Even at 58, I don't care.
That's the final one for myself. Jake Paul, Tyson, Mike Tyson have had that press conference. I spoke to it about it last time when it got announced. Now it's being sanctioned as a professional boxing fight. We've seen Tyson in that press conference. He does look a bit old. He is old. What do you make of that press conference, and what do you make of it being sanctioned as a professional fight?
Tyson ain't, look, we know he's 58, whatever, right? You don't need Teddy Atlas to tell you that. But what that video does tell you, he's a different guy. Which you can expect at that, but he's a different guy. He's not that guy that he was when he was scaring the bejesus out of people, you know, before fight. And when you knew what he was going to do, one thing, he was going to go and get you. Whether he got you or not, he was going. Now he's not. He doesn't appear to be that guy. And what is that? How does that manifest itself as far as a performance? I'll tell you one thing. He still has quick twitch fibers. He still has muscle memory. He was a great heavyweight champion. That he's still, you know, he still remembers how to slip, how to throw and fill a hole when he slipped, how to weave, how to come out of it with a hook. He still has power. The last thing to go, you know, reflexes are gonna go. Speed is gonna be deteriorated, but power is the last thing to go. He still has power. He's still got that quick twitch with speed. The early rounds will be, if it's real. I don't know if it's real. I know one thing that's real. You know what that is? They're gonna make a lot of money. That I know. But as far as anything else, I don't know. But if it is real, the first couple of rounds are going to be dangerous for Paul. Even at 58, I don't care. They're going to be dangerous if it's real. If it's real. And I give credit to Paul. Look, that guy's a genius. I mean, first of all, he didn't disrespect the sport. I hear people come up to me. I've been in the sport 50 years. Say, "Oh, Teddy, he disrespected the sport." No, he didn't. He went out there. He got a trainer. He worked in the gym for 4 years, 5 years, whatever the hell it's been, to try to become the best fighter that he could be. To learn the sport, to respect the sport enough to learn. Now, did he pick his spots? Was he smart? Yeah. What are we supposed to hate him for that? For being smart and finding a way to go from where he was to this and to make money? But he still was. There was legitimacy to it. Or what's the legitimacy? Yeah, I know he picked older guys that were UFC fighters and they weren't the greatest strikers. But you know what they were? They were physically strong and apt guys that were fighters mentally. There was still an element of danger getting in the ring with them. They still were fighters. They knew how to deal with that atmosphere where he hadn't been in that atmosphere. So I give him credit for that. And I give him credit for, you know, knowing how to make money.
Listen, Teddy, I could talk to you all day about boxing, but there is a queue. There's a lot of media now gathering in for yourself. Thank you very much for giving me your time. Once again, Teddy Atlas, always a pleasure. I will speak to you after the fight. Thank you so much.
I mentioned many details of this saga, but there's something else very huge that is happening in the wait for this fight. So check out this deep dive where I'll tell you other rumors that are buzzing in the boxing community. You will learn new shocking claims that are attracting people's attention. Click on the screen to watch the deep dive, and thanks for watching this video.
The gods sent us for a war of the ages, and I respect Mike. He's a legend. but it's time. It's my time now. There's a reason why I have the same birthday as Custom Motto, because I'm going to teach you how to box, Mike.
There's been a lot of buzz about a leaked video where Mike Tyson, the legendary heavyweight boxing champion, is seen mocking Jake Paul, the controversial YouTube star turned boxer. But let's break down what supposedly happened and why it's got everyone talking. In the leaked video, Mike Tyson allegedly goes off on Jake Paul after feeling disrespected by some comments Jake made. Jake Paul, known for his trash talking and controversial antics, apparently said something that didn't sit well with Iron Mike. In the video, Tyson is seen mimicking Jake's mannerisms, mocking his fighting style, and making fun of his overall persona in a way that only Tyson can brutally and without holding back. Tyson's imitation of Jake Paul is both hilarious and intimidating. Imagine Tyson, with his unmistakable voice and presence, throwing shade at Jake's boxing skills and personality. He's reported to have said things like, "This kid thinks he's a real fighter? I've seen better footwork on a dancing chicken." The mockery didn't stop there. Tyson also took aim at Jake's training methods and his social media bravado, saying, "Posting videos and running your mouth online doesn't make you a champion." The backstory here is essential. Jake Paul has been making waves in the boxing world, fighting and defeating several opponents, but his credibility as a legitimate boxer is still under heavy scrutiny. Many in the boxing community, including seasoned professionals like Tyson, see Jake as more of a showman than a true fighter. Jake's tendency to call out big names and engage in provocative behavior has earned him both fans and detractors. But when you target a living legend like Mike Tyson, you're bound to stir the pot. In the days leading up to the alleged leak, Jake Paul had been vocal about his desire to fight Mike Tyson. He even went as far as to suggest that Tyson was past his prime and wouldn't stand a chance against him. This kind of trash talk is typical of Jake, but it seems he bit off more than he could chew this time. Tyson, known for his ferociousness inside the ring and his no-nonsense attitude outside of it, didn't take kindly to the disrespect. The video supposedly captures Tyson in a candid moment, perhaps during a private conversation or a casual gathering, where he lets loose on Jake. Friends and associates around Tyson can be seen laughing and egging him on, clearly enjoying the roasting session. The atmosphere is one of camaraderie, with Tyson playing the role of the elder statesman who won't let a young upstart like Jake Paul get away with disrespect. Now keep in mind, this is a rumor that's been swirling around, and nothing has been confirmed or verified. Fans and commentators who have seen the leaked footage are split. Some find Tyson's mockery hilarious and well-deserved, given Jake's often brash and arrogant behavior. They see it as a reality check for Jake. Others, however, feel that Tyson's reaction might have been a bit too harsh. They argue that Jake Paul, despite his antics, has brought a lot of attention to boxing and has proven himself in the ring on several occasions. These fans believe that the mockery could have been more good-natured or handled privately rather than becoming public fodder. Regardless of where you stand, it's clear that this incident has added more fuel to the already blazing fire of the potential Jake Paul vs. Mike Tyson fight. The boxing community and fans are eagerly watching to see how this unfolds and if it will lead to an official showdown between the two. However, the mere possibility of such an interaction has fans and the media buzzing with excitement and speculation. Now, building on the buzz from the leaked video, let's delve into the much talked about potential fight between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. This matchup has been a hot topic in the boxing community, with fans divided on whether it will be a legitimate contest or a sideshow spectacle. Let's break down what we know so far about this potential matchup. Jake Paul, despite being relatively new to boxing, has shown some promise in his boxing career. He's defeated former MMA fighters, basketball players, and fellow YouTubers, but none of his opponents have had the kind of pedigree that Mike Tyson does. Jake's strategy has been clear: leverage his massive social media following to create buzz and generate lucrative fight opportunities. And to his credit, it's worked. His fights have drawn significant attention in pay-per-view buys, making him a major player in the world of celebrity boxing. On the other hand, Mike Tyson is a bona fide legend. With a career spanning decades, Tyson's ferocity, power, and skill are legendary. Tyson's career in the ring is the stuff of legend. Known for his incredible power and ferocity, Tyson became the youngest heavyweight champion in history at just 20 years old. Though he's long since retired from professional boxing, Tyson has stayed in the public eye through various ventures, including his podcast, acting roles, and more recently, his return to the ring for exhibition bouts. The idea of Tyson fighting Jake Paul started as a bit of a joke, but it quickly gained traction. Tyson himself has expressed interest in fighting again, and Jake's constant provocations made him a prime target. The potential fight would be a mix of spectacle and genuine curiosity. Paul, always the showman, has been hyping up the potential fight, claiming he's ready to take on Tyson and prove his critics wrong. He's been training hard and posting regular updates on social media, showcasing his preparations and taunting Tyson. Jake's confidence is through the roof, and he's banking on his youth, speed, and social media savviness to give him an edge. Tyson, for his part, has remained relatively calm and composed. He recognizes the entertainment value of a fight with Jake Paul, but also sees it as an opportunity to demonstrate that even at his age, he's still a force to be reckoned with. Tyson's training videos show that he's still in impressive shape, with his trademark power and speed on full display. If this fight were to happen, it would be a clash of different eras and styles. Jake Paul, the social media sensation, versus Mike Tyson, the boxing icon. Build up to the fight would undoubtedly be filled with trash talk, intense training sessions, and a lot of media coverage. Fans would be eager to see if Paul could back up his bravado against a true boxing legend, or if Tyson would teach the young upstart a lesson in humility. The potential fight is a fascinating clash of generations and styles. Jake Paul represents the new wave of social media influencers crossing over into sports, while Mike Tyson embodies the old-school, hard-hitting world of professional boxing. Fans are divided. Some believe Jake has no chance against Tyson, while others think his youth and unconventional approach could give him an unexpected advantage. With the potential fight between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson generating so much buzz, it's no surprise that experts and pros in the boxing world have weighed in with their opinions. The consensus is mixed, with some viewing it as an intriguing matchup and others as a sideshow. Prominent boxing analysts have pointed out that while Jake Paul has shown some skill and dedication, he is still relatively inexperienced compared to a legend like Tyson. They argue that Tyson's decades of experience, even at an older age, give him a significant advantage in terms of technique, power, and ring IQ. Many feel that Tyson's legendary status and formidable track record create an almost insurmountable challenge for a relatively new boxer like Paul. The gap in experience is a recurring theme, with Tyson's background in numerous high-stakes fights seen as a crucial edge. Former fighters and trainers have also chimed in, offering insights into the training and preparation that would be necessary for both fighters. Some believe that Tyson's age would be a significant factor, potentially limiting his stamina and speed. However, others counter that Tyson's recent exhibition match demonstrated that he still possesses considerable power and agility. There are arguments that despite Tyson's age, his muscle memory and instinct honed over years of top-level competition cannot be underestimated. Others suggest that his age might lead to a decline in endurance and quickness, which could be a potential vulnerability. On the other side, some experts give Jake Paul credit for his dedication to training and his ability to leverage his social media presence to draw attention to the sport. They acknowledge that Paul has been smart in choosing his opponents and has shown improvement with each fight. His strategic approach and continuous development have impressed some observers, who see him as a rising star willing to take risks. However, they caution that facing someone of Tyson's caliber would be a massive step up in competition. The leap from fighting other social media personalities and athletes to facing a former world champion is viewed as a significant challenge that could either propel Paul's career or expose his limitations. The opinions of current boxers also add to the mix. Some express skepticism about the fight's legitimacy, viewing it as more of a spectacle than a genuine sporting contest. This perspective highlights concerns that the match might prioritize entertainment value over athletic merit, reducing the seriousness with which the sport is traditionally approached. Others, however, see it as an opportunity to draw new fans to boxing and highlight the sport's entertainment value. They argue that such high-profile bouts can rejuvenate interest in boxing, attracting a younger, more diverse audience and sparking a broader conversation about the sport's future. Overall, the expert opinions reflect a broader debate about the intersection of traditional boxing and modern entertainment. While some purists may scoff at the idea of Jake Paul fighting Mike Tyson, others see it as a natural evolution of the sport in the age of social media and celebrity culture. This potential fight represents more than just a boxing match. It's a clash of generations, a blend of the old-school boxing world with the new-age digital influencers. This debate highlights how the sport is evolving, adapting to the times, and reaching new audiences through unconventional matchups. As the buzz continues, fans and pundits alike are eager to see if this fight will come to fruition and how it will impact the boxing world. Whether seen as a serious contest or an entertaining spectacle, the Jake Paul vs. Mike Tyson matchup has undeniably captured the imagination of the public and sparked intense discussion among experts and fans. This discussion points to a broader trend in sports where traditional boundaries are being tested and redefined, potentially paving the way for more such cross-generational and cross-discipline showdowns.
The baddest man on the planet is back because Mike Tyson is coming out of retirement to fight Jake Paul. The two will be getting it on at the AT&T Stadium in front of 80,000 fans. And although we didn't really learn much about Jake Paul in the Andre August fight, the Ryan Borland fight was a little bit concerning for me because Jake Paul looked like he had regressed a bit in that fight, you know. It was one-way traffic, let's be honest, and Jake Paul wasn't bringing his hands back in between his punches. Ideally, if you're unloading on a guy, yeah, okay, it's hard to show any of your defensive work, but you still want to be going from A to B and then back to A, turning your shots over, right? You don't want to be so front foot heavy that all the guy tucking up needs to do is throw a little left hook at you and he's going to hit you, and that's exactly what Jake Paul was. And Jake Paul had a lot of negative feedback. There was a bit of critique online around that fight that Jake Paul would have very much read into, and I think that would have come into his chain of thought, into his decision making when it came to taking this fight against Mike Tyson. I think that Jake Paul was stuck between a rock and a hard place. You know, a lot of the top MMA guys that would be willing to transition into boxing have already done so. Yeah, you could carry on picking other guys out, but it just didn't look like it was going to happen. It didn't really look like a KSI fight was going to materialize anytime soon. And when you look at BoxRec placing Jake Paul at 112th in their rankings, all you got to do is take a little look below him and a little bit look above him and realise that he probably doesn't belong there, you know. Let's take, for example, Vidal Riley. I think he's 108th or something like that, so 4 spots or so above Jake Paul. Could you honestly see Vidal Riley and Jake Paul being even semi-competitive as a fight? It wouldn't be competitive, it wouldn't be fair, and for that reason, I don't think Jake Paul, when he's calling the likes of Canelo and guys like that out, even believes it himself, that he can get in and compete with those sort of guys. So really, strategically, it is a masterstroke from Jake Paul to take this fight on, because you are pulling the biggest name in boxing, in my opinion, over the last 50 odd years or so, out of retirement to come and get in a ring with you. And actually, it's a way lower risk fight. And listen, I think the bookmakers will have Jake Paul as a favourite. I think a lot of people inside boxing will begrudgingly accept that Jake Paul's a favourite in this fight. But I'm picking Mike Tyson to win inside 3 rounds.
We got off track. We're not talking as much about Francis. My thought about boxing was to get to Mike Tyson and Jake Paul.
Okay.
Bro, why are these guys fighting? Why? But
I have a great answer. I have a great answer because I thought about this. Because I one time saw an interview with Mike Tyson, and it might have been, and I'll also give you my reason why I don't think Mike Tyson's going to win. So I believe it was when he fought Roy Jones. Remember he fought Roy Jones on that card? And he actually said something positive about Jake and Logan, where he said something like, I love all the interest they're bringing to boxing. They seem to really like boxing. And he liked kind of what they were doing, because Mike Tyson, I think, thinks fondly of boxing, and he was really appreciative of the fact, or this is what his interview led me to believe, really appreciative of the fact of all the interest they were bringing to boxing, because he thinks boxing is great. So I think that's probably why he's doing it as a thing for boxing. Listen, it's the same thing I did with Jordan Burroughs that you give me such a hard time for.
Oh my God.
I knew I was going to take an ass whooping. That's Jordan Burroughs. He's the best in the world. And I don't actively do wrestling right at that point in time. I don't do it. And I said, I'm doing this. I love Beat the Streets. I think they're great. They raise money for a great cause. I love them. And I love wrestling. And this is going to bring a lot of attention to wrestling. So yeah, I'm going to do it. And then Jordan Burroughs is a butthole and didn't let me score any points. You know, I was thinking at least I'm going to get a takedown or something, DC. And, but I did it for those 2 reasons, because I love wrestling.
Just beat the shit. Jordan literally just beat the shit out of you. Like, what? These guys are killers, bro. It's like,
yes, it's really unfortunate.
Somebody was like, would you wrestle Kyle Snyder for charity? I'm like, no, he's going to beat the brakes off of me. He won't play with me. He won't give me anything to make me feel good about this.
Let's mix it up a little bit. Burroughs wouldn't even scramble with me. You know, he's trying to double leg me. Like, shoot a single leg. Let's have some fun here. Anyways, that's what I think Tyson is doing. I think he thinks that it's going to bring a lot of attention to boxing, which it probably will be a good card. I don't think he needs the money. I think it's more
No, he's doing well. He's doing really well financially. So I guess his new wife, when they got married, she took over all of his finances and has really brought him back. That's why he's doing so well. His business ventures are doing great. So he has a ton of money. But like you said, he might be doing it because he loves the sport. But bro, at some point you got to look in the mirror and recognize, look, I'm not that guy anymore. Like, I love wrestling.
But if he's just doing it to bring attention, then does he even have to be the guy, or does he know this is going to bring attention?
He can't box, though. Physically, he can't box bench.
Training and preparation are crucial for any fight, and a potential bout between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson would be no exception. Let's take a closer look at the workout regimens of both fighters and how they might approach their training for this highly anticipated match. Jake Paul has been vocal about his commitment to boxing, often sharing snippets of his intense training sessions on social media. His regimen includes a mix of strength and conditioning, technical boxing drills, and sparring. Paul has worked with experienced trainers to hone his skills, focusing on improving his footwork, punching power, and defensive techniques. His youth and athleticism are significant assets, allowing him to train at a high intensity and recover quickly between sessions. On the other hand, Mike Tyson's training regimen is rooted in his decades of experience in the sport. Despite being in his 50s, Tyson's workouts are no less intense. Leading up to his exhibition match against Roy Jones Jr., Tyson's training videos showcased his incredible work ethic and dedication. His regimen includes traditional boxing drills, heavy bag work, and sparring, all aimed at maintaining his power and precision. Tyson also incorporates modern fitness techniques to complement his boxing training. Strength training, cardiovascular workouts, and flexibility exercises are all part of his routine, ensuring that he stays in fighting shape. Tyson's recovery strategies are tailored to his age and physical needs, focusing on maintaining his health and performance. If these two were to face off, their training regimens would reflect their different approaches and experiences. Paul might focus on maximizing his athleticism and refining his technique, while Tyson would draw on his extensive knowledge and raw power. Both fighters would undoubtedly push themselves to their limits, knowing that the stakes are high and the eyes of the boxing world would be on them. Given Tyson's legendary status and Paul's rising star in the boxing world, their training camps would likely be under intense scrutiny from fans and the media alike. The anticipation of how Paul's modern, high-tech approach to training would measure up against Tyson's old-school, battle-hardened methods is a fascinating aspect that adds to the allure of this potential matchup. Moreover, the psychological preparation for both fighters would be just as critical as the physical. Tyson's intimidating presence and psychological warfare are well documented, while Paul's brash confidence and mental resilience have been key components of his rise in the sport. The mental chess game between these two fighters could be just as thrilling as the physical battle in the ring. In addition, the promotional build-up to the fight would be a spectacle in itself. Both fighters are known for their charisma and ability to engage audiences, which means press conferences, social media exchanges, and face-offs would likely be filled with intense trash talk, mind games, and dramatic moments. This pre-fight hype could attract even more viewers, transcending the usual boxing audience and pulling in fans from across the entertainment spectrum. Furthermore, the outcome of this fight could have significant implications for the future of celebrity boxing. A competitive match could lend more credibility to the sport, encouraging other celebrities and athletes to step into the ring. The buzz surrounding this potential fight is palpable, especially considering the recent rumor about Mike Tyson brutally mocking Jake Paul in a leaked video after feeling heavily disrespected by Jake's comments. This rumor has yet to be confirmed, but it has certainly fueled the fire of anticipation. Many fans are eagerly speculating about what this could mean for the dynamics of their possible showdown, with some suggesting that this kind of drama only adds to the excitement and intensity of the fight. So what do you think? Could this be a ploy to hype up a potential fight, or is there genuine animosity between these two? Do you think Jake Paul has what it takes to stand toe-to-toe with someone like Mike Tyson? Share your thoughts in the comments and stay tuned for more updates.